Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while since I have made a video, and something's been coming up a lot lately, but in my Reiki sessions and with clients, and I've been telling this so many times, I feel like it might be beneficial to record a video of it and then just share that video with clients so that, it's easier on all of us because then the clients can go back and rewatch and re-listen to it and try and practice it with guidance through a recording. So first I'm going to explain what I'm going to be doing, and then I will record a separate video that's just that. It's kind of a guided meditation, but that way you don't have to listen to the talking every time first. So kind of what's been coming up lately is that people, they're they're leaking out a lot of their energy. They're losing a lot of their energy, and that it is it's hard for them to heal when they're leaking out or losing their energy. They pick up a lot more if they have too open of an energy. They pick up a lot more of the stuff going on in the universe, things that their friends and family are feeling. They're too open in the sense that, we don't want to be absorbing a lot of that. A lot of people who are energy sensitives or intuitives, and you can pick up when someone's upset or what's going on with someone, but you don't want to absorb it. You don't want it to actually stick into your energy systems, into your energy field and stay there. Sometimes I can tell that's happening if I can't get something out of my head, or someone keeps popping into my mind, or I keep just thinking about something over and over and over again. Or I've had an interaction with somebody and I just can't shake it. I just feel annoyed or worried, and that emotion just won't go away. So, a lot of times, these are good indications that we're holding on to that energy or we're connected to that energy. So, our thoughts, there's a component of our thoughts that's energy. There's a component of our emotions that's energy. So, just think about even on the day to day, if you have a job, or if you have a big family, your spouse, kids, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, whomever, and then just everything going on in the world. When we think things, when we think about the projects and the tasks and the people in our lives, and we have emotions about them, whether it's happiness or worry or stress or anger, anything like that, I kind of imagine each one of those is like a little spaghetti strand of energy connecting me to that person, place, or situation. So those don't have to stick. They're not necessarily going to be permanent if I am also a really healthy, strong, energetic person and I have a lot of other positive things in my life, then those things may just fade away, right? But sometimes they just don't. If we're weak, if our energy is too weak or leaky, or if there's just too much of that, right? It gets overwhelming. So, what we need to do is we need to build from the inside out. We need to build up our strength, our energy, our life force vitality. And when we do that from the inside out, it is like this buffer around us. It's a strong energy force field almost. And we don't want to think of ourselves as protected, shielded, guarded, closed off from the rest of the world. That's not what we're about. That's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is being so full of our own beautiful energy and the beautiful love and light from the universe and from nature that other things can't stick. Like they can pass through, or like, oh wow, that person was really upset. I felt that. But it doesn't stick to me. When we feel really weighed down and heavy and our hearts are really heavy, a lot of people who've been coming to me are just really terribly suffering because of what's going on in the world. And we do feel that because we have big hearts and we love and we care. But when we feel weighed down by that, that means it's sticking, it's attaching, it's holding us back, it's drowning our own light in this sorrow. And we don't want to feel that. Because if that happens, if we get too drained, if we get too overwhelmed and too filled up with all this other stuff going on, then we can't help ourselves or anyone else. And a lot of people are coming to me that have very severe physical illnesses or conditions and that they just can't seem to heal. And to me, if they're doing all the physical work, they're doing all the stuff that they should be doing, Their bodies, our bodies, all of us, all sides of us are always trying to get back to homeostasis. Always our bodies are struggling to heal, to repair, to rebalance and reharmonize with all aspects of ourselves, mental, emotional, physical, and energy. And if it can't, if there's something that's not healing completely, then there's probably something stuck. There's something we're not doing. And that may be in one of the other bodies. So if there's a physical issue that's not healing, there could be a mental issue, an emotional issue, and an energy issue, and or that's not healing. And that's holding us back from physically healing. So to me, what I'm seeing a lot is a lot of people who have energy that's too big, their aura is too big, their aura is leaky, they're not grounded. They're just absorbing everything from the outside. They're not shielded. They're not able to release all that stuff into the earth. There's people that are telling me, well, I'm grounding and I'm asking to release anything into the earth. But if they're still so leaky, they're constantly being flooded by more coming in, then we need to do more shielding, more protecting of that aura, more pulling it in, more drawing our energy back, coating our energy with a golden light. And there's people that are saying, I'm asking to release everything that no longer serves, but they're not grounded. So where is that energy going? You think about all the stuff that builds up in us, from other people and from ourselves. And if I'm just like, I release everything that no longer serves me, or I release all negativity, or where's it going? Like, I don't want to just throw it out into the universe and have it stick to my child that lives in the same house as me, or my neighbors, or something. So when I ground into the earth, then I breathe up that earth energy into my system, and then I breathe out everything that I no longer need. And it goes into the earth harmlessly. The earth can always take everything that we're releasing without harming the earth, or we can release it up into the higher dimensions, up into heaven, up into sky, sending it up to where it can be transmuted into its highest form of light. So it's not harming anyone. It's not going to go out there and keep polluting the earth or polluting just our environment, but we release it into the earth. So you may be doing one of these, but I have found that the combination of doing all of these is really, really important. So the 4 steps that I take every day, and I try to do this every night before I go to bed, but it's up to you. Do it when you're called to it. Do it if you feel gunky. Do it if you feel like you can't stop thinking about something, or something's really upsetting you or bothering you or weighing you down or heavy. Start off your morning this way if you feel like that's the best way to start your day, or do it in the morning and at night. And it only has to take 3 or 4 minutes. It may take a lot longer than that to get used to it and practice it and get fluent at it. But it just takes a couple minutes, a few minutes once you're practiced at it. So I'll explain kind of the steps, and then I will also record a separate video that just has those steps, and I'll link that into this one, into the comments. So the 4 steps that I take are, first of all, I call my aura in. And if you're really intuitive, you can ask, how many feet away from my body, my physical body, how many feet, in feet, give me a distance, is the outer edge of my aura? And a number will pop into my head. I've been doing this a long time, so I'm pretty good at getting intuitive information. So if you don't get any information, don't worry about it. But it's just a good practice to do if you're feeling frazzled, drained, overwhelmed. Your aura is probably too big, is one thing, and or leaky. So all you have to do is command it. So once I get a number, sometimes I get 20 feet, 10 feet. Like, think about that. If I'm walking around in the grocery store and my aura is 20 feet wide, who is walking through my energy field? And if they're having a bad day, and I pull it into like 6 inches when I'm on an airplane, I'm like, pull that energy in, pull my aura in, shield it with a golden light, because I don't want to be having 20 people inside my energy field when I'm on an airplane or in a crowded place. So you can try that intuitive, give me a distance if you want to see how big it is, or maybe a vision will pop up, or you'll just get a sense of where it is. Your intuition is going to be different than mine. But the command is something like this, and you can make it your own, but it's like, I command now the outer edge of my aura to pull in, to contract, retract, or pull in to a foot, one physical foot away from my body. The outer edge of my aura, because you have layers inside your aura. You have, all different kind of things going on in there. So you can say that I say the outer edge of my aura. I pull in the outer edge of my aura to only 1 foot away from my physical body. I command that now. And then I imagine it. I have a very, very strong imagination, and it's not imagining it, it's commanding it with my visualization. When you imagine you're doing something, when you visualize it is a better word than imagine, because imagine makes it sound like it's not real. When you visualize it happening, that is giving it a command, and your energy follows your thoughts and your emotions. The stronger this feels to you, the better it's going to work. So really put your emotion into it, your intention into it. And if you're good at visualizing in your mind's eye, visualize it pulling in. It's not necessary. Some people can't visualize at all. That's totally fine. If you're one of those people, don't feel like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do energy work. All you have to do is command it. I command now my aura to pull in to 1 foot from my physical body. Then the second step is I command the highest divine light from source, or you can say quantum golden light, or golden light from source, or divine golden light, to coat the outside of my aura, sealing up and healing all holes, leaks, and tears, and protecting my aura from all outside influences that are not in my highest and best good. So those commands are really critical because we want to coat our aura, because if it's drained, if it's low, if it's leaky, you can pull it in, but you're still going to be leaking out your energy, or those holes are going to be letting in other people's crap. So you got to coat it. Coat it with some highest divine light, or the divine unconditional light from source, something that feels strong to you. Just make up what feels right. Because again, as energy follows our thoughts and emotions, the stronger it feels to you, the more real it feels to you, the more it's going to happen. So command that light come in, coating your aura, shielding you from all outside influences that are not in your highest and best good, and filling all holes, leaks, and tears to seal them up. Okay, so that's step 2. Aura, coating with golden light, or the highest light from source, or something to that effect. I use golden because a vibration of gold is very high and it's very protective. So that's why I use golden light. But if another color pops into your mind, use that. Follow your guidance. This is about you and what you need. And if a purple light comes down and coats you, go with purple. Don't fight it. Go with what you need. So then the third step, okay, I ground myself into Mother Earth. So imagine that light is coming in, that golden light is coming in through your body, through your spinal cord, and it goes out the base of your spine, out your root chakra if you're a chakra person, but out the base of your spinal cord into the earth. I imagine tree roots, because just like a tree not only grows the roots down, the tree roots are there to pull up the water and the nutrients and everything from the earth into the tree that the tree needs to grow. So I'm not just grounding down. I'm not just pushing outward from myself. Once my roots are in, and I'll say, I now ground myself into Mother Earth. So I imagine or visualize tree roots or a beam of light or whatever comes to you going down into the deep, deep earth. But then as I breathe in, I'm breathing in the earth energy. And then as I breathe out, I now release everything into the earth that no longer serves me, or I now release all negativity into the earth, or I now release everything that I've picked up today that's not mine. You can just pick whatever feels right to you. But I now release into the earth all that needs to be released from me for my highest and best good. And do that a few times, 3 or 4 times. Deliberately feel like you're breathing in the earth and you're breathing out all the negative, because that's flow, right? Energy is about flow. We don't want it to get stuck, trapped, blocked. So as we're flowing that golden light in, and you can imagine that golden light flushing you like a shower, coming down into you, an energy bath, and rinsing down that drain into the earth, everything that you've picked up throughout the day, life, week, year, many lifetimes, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so that's the third step, is grounding. Okay, and so you've got all of those steps. Then there's four steps. This is the fourth one, Your energy, as I mentioned, as you're going about your day and you're thinking about things and feeling things, and there's, the world and your job and your kids and your parents or whatever, those little energy threads out there are all dispersing your energy a little bit. So I learned this from Tina Zion, who is an energy healer, and she trains other energy healers that after an energy healing session where a person is connecting to their client, it's critical to pull your energy back. You don't want to be stuck to that person. And they don't want you stuck to them permanently. You may connect during your energy session, but then you need to release it with intention. So that's what I've taken to doing every day from everything that I'm connected to throughout that day. So I do that at the end of every Reiki session, but then at the end of the day, even if I'm not doing Reiki, I'm just doing my normal job and being a mom and a daughter and a sister and a aunt and, person who lives in this world. As part of that 4-step process, I say, I now call all of me and only me back to me through a perfect filter of cleansing and clearing provided by my cleansing and clearing specialists. Okay, so that's directly from Tina Zion's book, Advanced Medical Intuition. So if you're feeling like that's something that happens to you, your energy just kind of scatters around with all the people and places and events and things that are going on, and they keep popping into your mind, or you keep thinking about them over and over, or after being with a person, you just can't drop whatever happened. That's a good indication your energy is still connected, and you need to call that back. Call it back intentionally. And sometimes, it happens naturally if we take an Epsom salt bath, or we take a shower and we intentionally just visualize releasing anything, or we go out in nature. There's a lot of things you're probably doing that can naturally help with those things. But I've found to do them intentionally, to take the time to intentionally command each and every one of those has an enormous benefit for me. I do them before I go to bed, and I feel like I sleep so much better. If I don't do that, I'll wake up in the middle of the night in a panic. Like I'm probably picking up, crisis energy from all over the world. I'll ask, if I wake up in a panic like that, I ask because I get words popping into my head pretty good. I'll say, is this feeling that I'm feeling right now, is it mine? And if I get a no, I'm like, release. I'm like calling in the guide, the highest light from source, my guides and guardians, redoing my process. Maybe I forgot to do it before I went to bed or redoing it. And, if I was distracted while I was doing it and it wasn't really strong, I may not have done it very well. So redoing it, if something like that happens, that's probably an indication, if you wake up in the middle of the night or all of a sudden feel some very strong emotion of panic or this or that, you're maybe picking up outside energies and you need to cleanse and clear those. So thank you for listening. I really hope this helps you. And last but not least, if you are an empath, if you know you're an empath, this will save your life. This is critical, non-negotiable type of activities, and make them your own. If you don't like the way I've phrased it and you want to rephrase it, totally make it your own. That's whatever it feels strong to you is going to work the best. But an empath has to have those 4 steps: pulling your energy back, shielding your energy, cleansing, clearing what you may have picked up, and sealing yourself up, because we empaths tend to be really open and really easily absorb other people's energy. And if you don't know what an empath is, Google it, read a little description, or find a quiz, are you an empath? And that may help you decide if you're an empath or not. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, I know it's kind of a long video. I'll follow this up with a quick guided meditation that just is a few minutes to get through all those steps quickly, and then do it every day for 2 to 3 weeks and see how you change, see how you feel. I guarantee you're going to feel a difference. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.